Good morning, Facebook. How are you? Good morning, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Come on in. My name is Tara, founder of Peculiar Roots, where we make amazing with a capital A, build up free products for your locks, right? So let me take a break because y'all know when I get heated, I don't make sense. So I've been like praying and meditating about this whole live because I'm like, I want to make sure my points are clear, and who needs to hear, right? So one of the things that we're big on with Peculiar Roots, and just confirm in the comment section that you can hear me, confirm your, who's watching. Let me know who's watching so I can say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know as I'm talking if you've ever used any of these products, whether it's just not knowing, whether it's just because you're like, well, it works for me, I'm gonna keep using it. Let me know. So while I'm doing that, y'all check out my bonnet. And you guys saw me retwist my hair on live yesterday, so I still have that retwist, and I like put my hair down. So I'm gonna probably keep it like this, or not, because I have a meeting. So I'll take it off in a minute. But anyway, so y'all know I love y'all, right? I love y'all, and anything I talk to you guys about is always coming from a place of love, right? So now that we've gotten that out of the way, everything is coming from a place of love. Hey, Tanja. Hey, Aisha. Hey, Susan. Hey, Marie. Hey, Jeanette. Hey, y'all. What y'all up doing? Hey, Donnelly. Hey, Azel. All right. So anything I talk to you guys is always from a place of love. Since we've started Peculiar Roots, my goal has always been to educate you first, and then provide solutions for you, right? We educate you first, then we provide solutions for you, right? And that's why our products are build-up free. That's why our products are made for your locks. We think about our hair care first, our locks first. So when someone comes and they're like, hey, does your product work for my hair? I'm like, yeah, it does. But unapologetically, I make products for locks first. That's all I care about first, and then everybody else is after, right? Because in the industry, it's always been the other way around. In any industry, hair care, beauty industry, it's always been the other way. We're always like a second thought. I didn't want us to be a second thought. I want us to be thought about first, right? So, I was minding my business last night. and I'm scrolling these internet streets, and there's a video going viral. And the person who is a professional, and this is not to shade anybody, right? My goal is not to be malicious. My goal is not to shade anybody. This is to educate you first. But the person is supposed to be a stylist, a professional, and they are washing someone's hair that has locks with Ajax dishwashing liquid. And I've told you guys on several occasions about, being in these like Facebook groups and just seeing on the internet where people are talking about washing their hair with dishwashing liquid, and it's the best, and oh my God, it changed their life, and it breaks down buildup, It is going to break down dirt, and it's going to break down tons of oil in your hair, because that's what it's made for. It's made to break down food components, dirt, right? So it's gonna do that. However, you want to always think about the long-term effect. You guys are just so caught up in short-term goals and short-term effects that you're not thinking about the long-term effects. And last night when I was watching this video, one, I'm not going to share it on my public platforms because I'm not going to validate it by giving that person any spotlight. So y'all could sure search the internet. I'm sure y'all will find it. But I want to educate those who are just starting their lock journey and you're just clueless, or you haven't taken. A lot of us just want locks and we just go with the so-called professionals, right? Because if I'm going to somebody and I'm paying them money, I'm assuming they are licensed to do what they are charging me to do, right? They're licensed to do what they're charging me to do, and my crown is in good hands. right? We always talk about how should you vet a loctician, the questions you should ask, the questions you should not be afraid to ask. And a lot of you guys, and it's always like, it always triggers me that you guys are scared to ask someone or tell someone how to care your hair. But in a heartbeat, you'll cuss out somebody online. That's crazy to me. In a heartbeat, you'll cuss out somebody online. But when you sit in somebody's chair, you zip it, you have no words, you just kind of go with the flow. And then when you leave, you may post a social media post and you're like, oh my gosh, my loctician did this, or my hair's so tight. I can't, like, is this normal? Like, you should have asked those questions in the chair. You should have asked those questions in the chair. So before I go into how toxic and how not good these things are for your hair, I really want to spend some time, and I only have like an hour with you guys or less, but I really want to spend some time with you guys on what questions are you asking your stylist? What questions are you asking your stylist when you go to sit in somebody's chair before you even encounter them? What questions are you asking them? And I'm going to give you some pointers. And if there's locticians watching, you could speak up too. This is not to bash locticians. This is to just give clarity and understanding for those who are just not in the know. So if you're in the know, this ain't for you. If you're already in your feelings, this ain't for you. But if you just started your lock journey, I would highly, highly, highly recommend, if the person's chair you're about to sit in don't have a pre-consultation with you, that's already a red flag. If the person's like, just come in, jump in my chair, and I'm gonna figure it out, that's a red flag, right? You need to be if you decide to go that route where you're gonna have someone do your hair, have a consultation with them, right? And what I mean by that, whether it's a virtual consultation, whether it's going into their facility and letting them look at your hair, letting them examine your hair, letting them tell you what you actually need. If there's damage to your hair, then both parties are being transparent. So for example, if you colored your locks a million times and your locks is falling out and you just go sit in somebody's chair and then they add more color on it because that's what you asked for, there is no conversation, there's no transparency there. And so if something happens to your hair, you're going to blame that person when you've been dyeing your hair for the last 10 years, right? But if you sat with that person and you're like, you know what, I've been dyeing my hair back and forth for the last 10 years. I haven't been doing a great job maintaining my hair. I do want to go ahead and color it again. What is your professional advice? Then that person should be able to examine your crown and say, you know what, maybe hold off on coloring your hair for another 6 months, or you know what, we can color it, but you're probably going to have to clip your ends. You're probably, there's a lot of damage. I can repair them. But again, that transparency of you guys having that conversation from the jump before you sit in that person's chair. And what's so important about this pre-consultation, y'all, is when y'all are having this pre-consultation, you can see red flags. So if you ask a question and that person is I'm not sure. Oh, whatever. Everything's going to work for you. That should be a red flag that person don't know what they're talking about. That should be a red flag because no one person, I always tell you guys this, no one person's hair is going to be the same. No one's person regimen, like we all have different hair type, different lifestyle. So everything is all around probably going to be different, right? You may moisturize your hair twice a day. You may moisturize your hair 3 times a day. You may just need to moisturize your hair once a month because that's what's working for you, right? But it takes time to get to that routine and that regimen and to know it, right? So a pre-consultation is highly, highly, highly recommended. Ask that person if they're certified. Ask that person if they have a cosmetology license. Do you have a license to service my hair? Are you a professional and it's cool. Again, this is not to bash anybody because you don't need a degree for everything. You sure don't. You don't need a degree for everything. But at least we're on the same page. And I know if you're just gifted, your hands is just gifted, and you don't have a license, we are both on the right. We're both on the same page. And if something happens, I can't sue you. I can't say nothing. I just know, like, you from around the block and you just good at hair. but we're on the same page. Does that make sense? In the comment section, let me know if I'm making sense. Right? It's not to say everybody that, because you're gonna just have some people are just dope and talented, and they may be just getting their stuff together, but they're dope, right? But these locticians, these stylists that you're going to, they need to be doing research on how to properly care your hair. You can't do the same wash routine that you're doing with a loose natural on my hair. You can't style my hair the same that you're going to style somebody with a sister locks hair, right? You're not going to treat it the same because it's different. It's a different style, right? So you need to ask these questions from up front. Ask these questions up front. You paying your money. You are paying your money. If you're going to sit in somebody's chair, and the last time I checked, it was like what, $100. I think $60 probably is the minimum that you're probably going to pay for a retwist or something like that. And most of the times they're not even washing y'all hair to begin with. So you probably paid extra for that, right? And let me know in the comment section, what is a typical range for those who are going to a professional to do your hair? What are you paying for a wash and a retwist right now? Let me know in the comment section. What are you guys paying for wash and retwist? But my point is, you guys are paying for this. And so you need to know what is going on in your hair, what is being used in your hair, which follows up to my next question, my next point. After you have this consultation, if you want to say, you know what, I've been using products, they're buildup free, I haven't had any issues, and I want to keep that, keep my hair healthy, I want to keep that going. I don't want, because of this one visit, then I have to come back like tomorrow to wash out my hair because it's itching, or because the wrong products were used, or because I know I'm allergic to coconut oil and you're going to use that. What type of products will you be using? Then if you're still not comfortable with that, hey, I actually have my own products that I use in between visits. Can I just bring my own products because I've actually used that and I know it works? That's a conversation that can be had. A professional who is just good at what they do, they're not going to have any problem with that. But when people tell you you can't use any other products, you can't use products, you got to use what I'm going to put in your hair. And on top of that, here's a kicker. On top of that, I don't have to tell you what's inside these ingredients because it's my secret ingredient. As a stylist, this is my secret ingredients, and I can't share with you what's inside. Y'all crazy. Are y'all crazy? No, y'all are crazy out here. You just have somebody dibbling and dabbling your hair and you don't know what's inside and they're going to tell you because it's secret. Ma'am, nothing is proprietary about you. Whatever oils you're mixing up in my hair, I need to know. So you need to request that information. If you decide, hey, I want to bring my own products, that person should be comfortable enough with that. A lot of our tribe members do that. Or if they're like, you know what, I highly recommend my products. I know there's no issues because I have proven results from other customers. Okay, cool. What's your, where can I see these proven results? Where can I see these proven results? Do you have a website? Do you have a social media that I can check out these results? Where can I see these proven results, right? Where's your track record? Right? But you need to be asking questions. You can't just let people dip and dabble in your rotted ear. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, those are just like the starter things I want you guys to start doing. Those are just like the starter things I want you guys to start doing, advocating for yourself. And it doesn't mean to be malicious. It doesn't mean to be mean. You don't have to show up to somebody with an attitude, because to me, it's just like, have you ever been to a restaurant? And I know for me, when I'm at a restaurant, I'm not nasty to the server. I'm not nasty to anybody, because at the end of the day, that person is dealing with your food. They dealing with your food. And so if you piss them off, between them leaving the kitchen and coming to deliver that food to you, a lot of things can happen, right? And we've seen some of those videos where those things happen, right? So I'm not going to necessarily be mean to the person that's in my hair, because I don't know what they're doing, right? So this is not saying to be nasty, right? Because we're all grown adults. This is not saying to be nasty. This is just saying advocate for yourself. And knowing, when you're in the know, it's much easier to advocate for yourself, because now you can tell and be clear on what your expectations are and what you want your results to be, right? Right? I paid $60 and it included a wash. Yeah, I think that's on the cheaper side. You're in North Carolina. You're in North Carolina too. Let me see, $70. Hey y'all. Susan said, if you're talking about what and who I think you're talking about, that's so crazy. I used to use her products, but she comes off as bougie and condescended, and her products smell bad. I don't want to bash her, but she doesn't. No, I don't think it's the same person. And this is not to bash anybody. That's why, period, I'm not posting it on my social media. And I'm not going to bash nobody. That's just not what I do. But I know I have a duty to serve with my community and educate and empower you guys. So that's what I'm here to do. We're not bashing anybody. Marisa on the IN, $130. Yes, absolutely. This is why it's important to learn how to take care of your own crown. It's not saying that, because a lot of us some people are actually don't have the ability to retwist their own locks, right? Because of health conditions. And I totally understand that. That's not what we're saying. We're saying you just need to know what the hell is going on in your hair, right? You just need to know. Donnelly said, Pammy does her hair. You're in good hands. Like Allstate, you're in good hands. All right, so let's talk about. See, I really wanted to show y'all the video, but I don't want to show y'all the video because it's just a lot to unpack. But I'm probably going to come back on at 2 because we're in a meeting like all day today, but we're going to come back at 2 because I have to leave at 11. But I want you guys to go find that video. I just want y'all to find it and watch it. Like, it's just so much to unpack. But here's what I'm going to unpack. So the person used Ajax dishwashing liquid to wash this person who had locks hair. And the comments, Lord, the comments. So some of the comments were like, well, that's a great product. You guys don't know how to care for black hair. This is what black people use on their hair. Baby who? Baby who? Because I'm black. I ain't never used dishwashing liquid in my head. And I'm black. I guess I'm not black enough. Are y'all black? Are y'all black? Because no, do not. I hate those stereotypes. Like, it's just perpetrating all the bad stereotypes about locks. Like, I've never used dishwashing liquid in my head. Don't speak for all black people. That's a lie. Okay, now that we got that out of the way. Like, I'm black. I was like questioning my blackness last night because they was like going in. Like, this is a black thing. It ain't. This is not a black thing. No, ma'am, no. No, no, no. I'm black. This is not a black thing. But they were saying this is a black thing. And this is how to treat black hair. Baby, where? No, no, no. Okay, don't do that. That's not a black thing. So they were saying it's a typical thing for black people to use this Ajax dishwashing liquid on their hair or any type of dishwashing liquid. Some people were calling other brands' name. My thing though, y'all gonna use dishwashing liquid and you gonna choose the cheapest brand. You're gonna choose the cheapest brand. Like the cheapest one though. Y'all could even upgrade the dishwashing liquid. If y'all gonna go with dishwashing liquid, y'all could have go with the upgraded one. Like y'all could have go with the upgraded one. But that's besides the point. That's besides the point. They use Dawn and still promote it. Oh Lord. Marie says she has to admit she uses it to take bubble bath. So that's a great point you brought up, Marie. So here's the thing. Our skin is the largest organ, right? It's the largest organ in our body, right? This is also the most delicate because this is our barrier. This is our protection. And even if you use it on your hair and your skin, it's the same. It's the same. It wasn't created for that. It wasn't created for that, y'all. It wasn't created for that. And some people, this is how y'all perpetrate stereotypes. Some people were like, well, this is what they use to clean, and save the ducks and the dogs when they're trapped with oil. This is what they use. So now you comparing us to ducks and dogs? Now we ducks and dogs. Now having locks is like being a duck and a dog. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And y'all wonder why we're having, it's like, to me, when I see these videos, it's like you're trying to push forward. You're trying to normalize something. And then it's like, boom, boom, you just get hit with the stereotypes. You just get hit with the stereotypes. So now we all walking around. This video is going viral. And then they're like, oh my gosh, Tara, you wash your hair with dishwashing liquid? How is that? I saw that video going viral. I heard it does amazing things for your hair. No. No. There's so many clarifying shampoo outside of Peculiar Roots. There's so much clarifying shampoo y'all have that y'all should be. No. Why? And then say y'all use this dishwashing liquid, right? Say y'all use this dishwashing liquid. And when I come back at 2, I'll go through some of the ingredients in there. Say y'all use this dishwashing liquid. You know who's complaining 5 minutes later? You complaining 5 minutes later. My hair is so dry. It's so brittle. I've tried everything. And it's so dry. I just can't get it to be soft. You just use something for strip all of the oil from your ear. You strip all of the natural oil from your ear, and you wonder why your ear dry. Make it make sense. You just strip all of the natural oil from your ear, and you wonder why your ear dry, right? But a professional would know this, right? A professional would know this, and they would know that, you know what? This is going to dry out my client's hair, and I probably shouldn't do that. Regardless if you follow up with a conditioner, regardless if you put a pound, like a whole buckle of oil in them ear after, or whatever, it's going to be dry. Because you just stripped every natural oil from that person's hair. And then it also goes back to the sud effects. When you guys see sud effects, for some reason, y'all think suds means cleansiness. Do you think... Go watch that video, y'all. Do you think all of that dog came out that person's hair? No way. Y'all saw how much suds that was. There's no way all of that came out that person's hair. There's no way. So some of it still left in your rotted ear. And then, yo, that video was so cringy. So the person was using a shampoo brush, right? Oh my God. You guys see when I'm retwisting my hair, I'll be like, oh my God, this hurts. Like, this is me doing my whole hair, and it hurts sometimes if I pull it too hard. Y'all, I need a demonstration. Hold on. This is your head. What is that? That's somebody's hair. That's somebody's scalp. They're not going to have no edges. They're not going to have no roots. And you wonder why you have headache. You wonder why you have migraine. What is that? Do y'all understand how delicate your scalp is? What is that? I don't even, like when I used to be back home washing clothes with my hand, I ain't even wash clothes that hard. Like, y'all. This is too much to unpack. I'm so stressed. About this, y'all. Y'all gotta watch the video because y'all need context to what I'm talking about, because y'all probably just think I'm over exaggerating right now. That's what I'm saying. Like, I felt like that man signed up to be abused. It's like, sign me up for abuse, and he signed up and he was dealt with. He was handled. He was handled. So I want to make sure you guys are advocating for yourself. It's okay to ask questions. It's okay if you did this before, but now you know better, so you do better, right? You know better, so you do better. Because a lot of our tribe members are trying to get back to their healthy roots. They're trying to get back to their healthy roots, whether it's over dyeing your hair, maybe it's years of perm, maybe it's just years of neglecting your crown. You are trying to get back to that healthy phase. And if you want to cheat because, oh, it's going to make my hair feel like, I don't even know what it makes your hair feel. Let me know in the comments. Has anyone tried this? Has anyone tried Dawn or dishwashing liquid in their hair? What was your results? And here's the thing too with results, because results may not show, like the damage may not show tomorrow. 90% of the time it won't show tomorrow. It's gonna be a long-term thing, right? It's gonna be a long-term effect. So have you ever guys seen like someone's posting and their locks is like barely hanging on and they're like, oh, why does this keep happening to some parts of my hair? It's going to have long-term effects. So you want to research your products. You want to ask questions. When you guys ask questions, if I get offended, if my team get offended, then you guys should red flag, red flag, red flag. Like I will personally, if someone asks a question and my team doesn't know, they'll forward it to me. I'll answer because I sit my butt down and I research my products and I research my ingredients. And I test them on myself. But you guys want these short-term wins, and you're not thinking about the long-term effects. And then why? Let's make it make sense, right? Let's give this situation the benefit of the doubt. Say this was like, maybe this person just was completely neglecting their hair and this person was like, you know what, this is what needs to happen to remove this. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. But if I go on my second visit, my third visit, and you're still using dishwashing liquid in my hair, why do I keep needing to use dishwashing liquid? What are you using to retwist my hair? Why are you using wax to retwist my hair? That's causing buildup. What are you using to retwist my hair? What are you putting in my hair that's continuing this issue to keep happening? So I have to keep coming back to you to fix it over and over and over again. That's madness. It's madness. It's madness. It's madness. You guys have to ask questions. There's absolutely nothing wrong with asking the right questions. And honestly, even if you go to a professional and you ask a question, and after asking that question, they make you feel less than or smaller than, I would also challenge you to not take that treatment. I would also challenge you to not take that treatment because you are the professional that I'm coming to, right? I should not be known all, just like you don't know all. But if I'm uncomfortable to ask you a question and I'm paying you, that's also problematic. That's also problematic. You should be comfortable like asking somebody what they're doing in your head. Like, I don't know how y'all big and bad online, but y'all scared. Y'all scared of your stylist. I don't know. That's funny to me. Like, y'all are scared of your stylist. You got to ask questions. You got to ask questions. I remember, this is actually recently, Carl had made an appointment to see, he wanted something done to his hair. And the person was supposed to book the whole day to do it. And last minute, they were like, no, not last minute. He arrives and then the person's like, oh, I had an emergency. I'm still at the hospital with a family member. And I'm like, wait, so there's no type of communication? Like your client should just magically know that you're having a family emergency? Like there's no, let me call the first person on my list today to let them know I can't make it and if they could come in later. Like just the level of unprofessionalism that y'all be dealing with too, on top of paying people. Man, refund, cancel. refund, cancel. And I was like, nope, this is why I don't do this stuff. This is why I don't do this stuff, because no, ma'am. This is why I don't do this stuff. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. But y'all like it, so it's fine. Y'all like it. Y'all like the abuse, so it's fine. I'm gonna come back at 2 p.m. and we're gonna dive into. We're gonna have part two. We're gonna actually go into the ingredients. This is like, look at the video I posted with the permanent marker, and if you look at the preview video, because what we did was we posted a preview video to kind of highlight what we're gonna be what we were gonna be talking about for that day, and it's crazy how many people came on that video and they were like, oh, I totally do this. I totally do this. And these were like professionals. I totally do this to my clients. And I'm like, sis, wrong post. We're not advocating for it. We're telling you not to do it. We're telling you not to do it, sis. We're telling you not to do it. Not advocating for it. Like, don't do it. Did y'all look at the stuff that's in that? We literally made it like a, you ever watch those infomercials and they start giving you the ingredients and it's like, not the ingredients, but the side effects. And it's like, you're gonna die, you're gonna crash and die, you're gonna turn over and die. After you take this pill, you're gonna die, you're gonna suffocate, you're gonna have cancer. It's just like, just kill me, all right. It's just like, but you're still gonna take it because you want to cure that one thing. You want to fix that one problem that you may have. Say you have a belly ache, you're gonna fix that belly ache, but then you're gonna take on all these other side effects just to cure one problem. And that's what most of y'all do. You're like, I want this quick fix. I want to get rid of buildup, so I'm gonna quickly fix it. But then the 10 other problems arise, and you're like, well, damn, how? Because you wanted that quick solution. You wanted that quick pill, that quick fix. You wanted that quick fix. But y'all go ahead. That's all I wanted to preach to y'all today. Is there any newbies watching? Is there any newbies that maybe, let me see if you guys answered to using this before. Y'all don't, there's nothing embarrassing about it. That's what I'm saying too, right? This is not to ridicule you if you just did not know and you either had it used on you or you use it yourself because you saw that in a forum. You saw that where people were saying, oh, this is it. This is it. Like, people ask us, like, our DMs, the top question we get in our DM is, how can I grow my hair? And how can I remove lint? And then I ask them, or build up. And I'm like, hey, what type of buildup do you have? And then it's like, they don't even expect you to ask them a question because we're trying to get to the core of the problem. We're trying to see if we can assist you. We're trying to point you in the right direction. But what people expect is for you to jump in our DM and you're like, I want to grow my hair. How you got your hair like that? What's the solution? And I'm like, girl, you know what? Get up on this growth serum. This thing gonna grow your hair overnight. That's BS. Because I don't know what you eat. I don't know what your lifestyle looks like. I don't know how consistent you are. I don't know how diligent you're gonna be with the whole process. So I can't promise you that. But you guys love that. You guys love that. And when you don't get sold like that, you get upset. You're like, this is not what I signed up for. And I'm like, this is why I always send y'all to the website and say, look on the review tab. Those are real people. They spend their money and they came and they left a review. Those are real people. But me saying something, I'm not going to over promise something I can't deliver on. Never. But you guys hate that. You guys hate that. Like, you know how much DMs we get and people like, well, I saw people say that it's going to grow their hair. Is it going to grow my hair? Can you guarantee me that? No, for $12, I can't guarantee you that. Like, you crazy. You crazy. No, we made the product to grow your hair and to help stimulate your hair follicles. But it's not a guarantee because I don't know what you're doing on the side, sis or bro. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if you're going to be consistent. I don't know if you're going to use this once a month and expect the next month to be like Cinderella. Is it Cinderella? I don't know. Who has long hair? Surima, what cartoon has long hair?
What cartoon?
Or what Disney show has long hair? Oh, forget you.
Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid? No, that's not the one I'm looking for. The one that they climb on her hair.
Oh, Rapunzel.
There you go. I can't promise you that. I can't promise you that.
The one that climbed on her.
I said the one that climb on her hair. Listen, but yeah, you guys are attracted to that. You guys are so attracted to that. Like, if you don't get that in the DMs, you be like ready to cuss somebody out. Like, that's not what I asked you. Can you just tell me what's going to grow my hair? And when you guys don't get that, you be so mad. You be so mad. We could just give you solutions. Long-term solutions. I love a long-term solution. You know why I love long-term solution? Because it's something I can add into my daily regimen. I can practice, and I know I'm going to get return on investment over and over and over and over again. It's not going to be a one-time thing and it's like, bam, thank you, ma'am, and then the problem comes back again. Whatever we're helping you with, it's going to be a long-term process where it's going to help you continuously to flourish, right? But you guys like quick fix, and that's why a lot of you guys get caught up into some of these things and the things that you see online, right? So that was my purpose of this live. I want to make sure you guys are asking the right questions to your loctician. Like I said, I highly, if you're just joining, I highly recommend you guys having a consultation with anybody you decide to do your hair. Just have a consultation, feel that person out. Feel that person. Are you guys just showing up to people's house and eating? No, you kind of check them out. And even if you do, you're looking around their house like, okay, let me make sure you clean. But y'all don't seem to practicing that with your hair. You just like let any Tom, Dick, and Harry go up in your crown, and then you be tight. Ask questions, have a consultation, ask all the questions you want to ask. Make sure you're clear, make sure they're clear, address the problems that you're having. If you're having problems with your locks, like up front, like, hey, these are the problems that I'm having with my locks. Over the next 6 months, these are my goals, right? Like, to me, if I'm gonna pay somebody, like if I'm going to get my nails done. So I recently was getting my nails done, right? I'll give y'all an example. I was recently getting my nails done because I was doing so much video shoots, and I would tell y'all like, oh my God, my nails look horrible. Or I would be doing photo shoots and I'm like just hiding my nails. And I'm like, girl, that's tacky. So I started to get my nails done professionally. And then like after a month like 4 months in, I started to feel pain in my fingers. And I'm like, ugh, I don't want this. Like, what is this? Just to look cute? So now I'm rocking my own nails and I'm painting them myself, right? Right? Because the goals that I set out for with this professional to do, they couldn't live up to their end of the deal because my nails, it just didn't like whatever cheap product, or to me, I'm looking at it as cheap products that they were using right now. And it was like SNS. So, they're using like some type of powder and all that stuff, but it just was not working for me. So now I'm like back to square one, doing my own nails until I can find somebody if I decide to go that route again, right? But I did vet the person. I did let them try first, and I watched over time, but it was not working. And then it's like, okay, time to go. No hard feelings. It's just not working for me. You guys have to do that. You have to have goals too. Like my goals was my nails are always like growing super fast. I wanted my nails to still be strong and healthy. And I realized over time, my natural nails weren't strong and healthy as they were prior to going to this person. So it's like, this is not goals. This is not goals. So you have to, like with anything in life, set goals. Don't just do it just to do it to be cute. Like set goals. So if you're going to somebody and your goal is to repair your locks, your goal is to get rid of buildup over time. Your goal is to just have someone professionally do your hair so you're not making any mistakes. A lot of you guys are really particular about like how you retwist your hair, how you part your hair. If your hair is frizzy, you don't like that. And so you're like, you know what, I'm committed to someone to do it. So I know for a fact that every month or every 2-3 weeks that I go do my hair, it's a certain look that I'm going for that this person knows how to do. And again, this is not bashing anybody. There's so many amazing people out here that do locks and they actually educate themselves on the process and they practice like holistic ways and how to help you, you know, with your lock journey. But again, you won't know that if you don't have a real conversation with a person. If you don't have a real conversation with a person or over time see what works for you, right? Have you ever went and, well, a lot of you guys have because you posted in the group. You go and you pay, you know, these fees that you guys told me earlier, and you post, you know, you get your hair done, and the next day you got to take it down. The next day you got to take it down. You know why? Because you weren't clear on with your loctician or whoever did your hair. Like, hey, I have super tender head, and you know what? Don't do them tight. Like, don't do them tight at all. Like I should not see my scalp raising from my head. I should not see like baby bumps around my hair because it was done too tight. Please do not do my hair tight. If you do, I'm going to have to take it out tomorrow. Right? But you don't even advocate for that. And so you leave the chair and you're taking all the selfies. You're like, bam, bam, bam. I just killed it. And then they're taking selfies. So their work looks good. And then 2 days later, you got to remove that style because your hair is going mad. Your scalp is crying out for help. I can hear your scalp crying out for help. I can hear your scalp crying out for help. I can hear your scalp crying out for help, y'all. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm going to check them out. Tawana, screenshot that for me. I tried press-ons too, and they came off like a day later. Yeah, I'm so not the girly girl, so these things are weird for me. But I'll check them out. I think I wonder if that's the one I saw. I saw like a black hole one, and it was like their ads are really good. And I saw a black hole nail polish that I want to check out, and they had like a gel nail polish. So I definitely want to. I think I screenshot it somewhere. So I'm definitely going to check those out to see like how long those last and try those. So thanks for that recommendation, Azel. I got like 10 minutes, y'all. Aisha said, at the end of the day, some people will always choose ignorance because it's easiest. Preach! Jeanette said, I introduced my products to my stylist. She loves it and uses it too. Janelle, you just had a baby? Oh, look at the baby. Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm looking at the baby in the picture. Or that's somebody's baby you got, girl. Bascom says she always washes her hair at home. And that's something you can also do. That's a great advice. Like if you don't feel comfortable with someone washing your hair and you just maybe want to go for styling, you can wash your hair at home. Because a lot of them, I don't think they even include washing in their prices. I've seen a lot of those comments. So yeah. You said for $1,200. Yeah, you have to. And Sabrina and Pamazon. So if you guys have tips on like how you even handle clients onboarding, I think those like what questions you ask your clients, because it's like I said, it's a two-way street too. Because I've seen where, and this is like, you ever write a review? I love reading bad reviews because sometimes I could see through the bullshit, right? I could see when a customer is just being unreasonable. So if you read a review and the person's like, and I see this all the time in groups, like people try to go off on people and they're like, oh, I went to this loctician and by the time I left her hair, I was bald, right? I was bald. And then people start asking valid questions like, okay, sis, you were bald. What happened? Like, did she do it too tight? Oh, well, before I went to her chair, I had a patch in my head and she was supposed to cover that, but she didn't. Well, sis, you went bald. Sis, you went bald. She just didn't do what you expected. So you showed up bald, right? So like you can read through those BS kind of things, right? So going back to, it's a two-way street. They're going to ask you, they should be asking you questions. Again, to me, it's a red flags on both ways. If you're not asking questions and if they're not asking you questions, it's a red flag. If you're going to do something special to your hair, say I'm going to go color my hair, right? I would assume the first thing the stylist is going to ask me is, how long is your hair? How long is your hair? What's your hair type? How is your hair right now? What's the condition of your hair? Are you going to come in here? How long have you washed your hair? Have you had any color before? Those are the questions I would assume that person's going to ask me to prepare themselves so they could give me a valid response like, you know what, sis, you just colored your hair red last month and you trying to go for green this month and you use a permanent dye. I think my humble, opinion is that you should wait maybe another 3 months before you add more color to your hair because your hair already is damaged. And I think we should work on treating it first. And then in the next 6 months, if your goal is to color again, we can do that. Like, that's a legit stylist. Like, that's the shit they gonna ask you. But if they just want the money, they're gonna be like, girl, come tomorrow. What color you getting? We finna be popping. Like, then y'all both in the wrong. Cause y'all want, again, a quick fix. You want a quick fix. You want a quick fix. So you're gonna get a quick fix and then you're gonna be bald. You're gonna be bald. Sabrina already get it done and go to the Facebook group and listen to people tag them. Tag never touched your hair before. That's another one. Like, how you gonna give advice if you never touch the person's hair and really like even see the texture? That's why, again, consultation is so important. Whether some people are really good and they could do a consultation on like Zoom and look at your hair texture and tell what it is, and they're like, okay, I think I recommend this for you, or whatever the case is. Or some people are like, I have to feel your hair. You have to come in person. I have to touch your hair. I have to see the length of it because everybody else is different. And to you, that may be an inconvenience. It may be like, oh my God, like they want me to come in. Like, this is such an inconvenience to my life. I just want to show up on my appointment day. Then no, think about it. When you go to I know for me, when you go to a dentist appointment, right? And you're going for cleaning and then you're going to a new dentist, they're not going to say, come in the same day as the appointment. Some do, but that's not the best practice. The best practice is to say, come in, let me do some x-ray. Let me check out what's going on up in your mouth. Let me see if I need to do more than just the cleaning. Let me see if you got no cavities that we need to fix so I could prep my staff and my team to do that. Like, that is the best practice, right? Not the same day. Maybe they could fit you in the same day after they do the x-ray and everything, but that's standard practice to see and examine first before you make recommendation. That's why sometimes y'all DM us and I'm like, send me a picture of your head. Send me a picture of your head, because I can't just make an assumption that, oh, you have buildup, or you're like, oh my God, my hair is thinning. And I look at him like, sis, your hair is not thinning. That's your hair type. Your hair type is just fine. You have fine hair. Like, it's not going to be nice and, I mean, not nice. Nice is not the word. It's not going to be voluptuous and your hair is not going to have a ton of volume if that's your hair type. Maybe you can do some styles. So like, I know my hair type is not like, like my family's. I like got big fluffy hair, right? But with my locks, they're not like that because of the type of locks I decided to get. I interlock my hair. And so to get those voluptuous curls, I know I have to like braid my hair. I have to do certain styles. It's going to create that volume effect, right? So you got to know your hair type. I'm trying to think of another profession that you got to get some type of. When I told you guys I went and I got my laser for my face, I didn't just go up in the people in the office and was like, you know what, I need laser today. Do it. No, they had to see my face. They had to do a spot check to make sure I'm not going to break out, that my skin was going to actually take the treatment. And over time, like every time I go to get one, I think I get a treatment every month. Every time I go to get one, she puts a check on my neck to make sure, okay, if you see that turn red or if you see that break out or something abnormal happens, we ain't doing the next check because the next one is going to be too strong for you. So we're probably going to have to skip that and stay under that because your skin is too sensitive, right? Same thing applies to your hair. You got to consult first. You got to ask questions first. You got to. Both sides. It's a red flag if they don't want to do it and they just make you hop in their chair. And it's a red flag if you don't want to ask those questions, because then you're not going to be totally satisfied when you leave that person's chair because you both are not clear. You're not seeing eye to eye. If that person doing your crown isn't educating you, replace them. Knowledge is power. Period. Yeah, I figured they used something cheaper, Donnelly. Hey, Stacy. All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to hop off just now because I have a meeting at 11, but I should be back at 2. Having said, not only do I tell the clients what I'm using, I show them and tell them the precise moment I'm putting in that. See, that's good. So as she's doing it, she's telling them what she's putting in. We're gonna have to talk about it at 2 o'clock. That's a great tip because, again, a lot of the times I see comments like, "Oh my gosh, my stylist clipped my locks. She cut my locks and she didn't ask me permission." You did not hear the scissor. You did not see her like. You didn't see that. You just saw it and you were like, "Oh, that's not my hair. She's back there, but that's not my hair." She's not back there doing that because she didn't ask me. And then you get up here and you're like, "Oh, she did. Like, she really did." Like, you did not feel that. You did not feel it. Like, you got to ask questions. Like, I want to know. I'm going to bring my products and I'm going to watch you. Shampoo time. Here you go. Condition time. Here you go. Girl, I got oil next. Here you go. Oh, you want some pomade? Here you go. Next, what's up next? Oh, we're going under the dryer. Okay, sis. Okay, I got you. Okay. No, don't spray nothing on my hair. Wait. Okay. You got to know everything that's going on in your hair. You have to know what's going on in your hair. What is wrong with y'all? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, y'all. But I'm going to be back at 2. I'm going to be back at 2. I give my people a complete rundown. People don't understand that. You have to. People don't want legit stylists. They want yes, ma'ams. Before every appointment starts, I inspect their hair and scalp, ask questions if I have them, and ask them if they have anything we need to focus on. That's great. And also notice too, like, when you set expectations between you and your stylist, if something goes wrong, you can go back and say, "You know what? I think you did something wrong the last appointment, and I just want to address this so we're on the next page so this don't happen the next time." Because some people are just stuck in their ways, and they just know something is best practice, and they're like, "You know what? This is best practice." And hold on, let me tell Carl I'm online. This is best practice, and that's what they're used to. But if you speak up and you're like, "You know what? I know you've been doing this for years, but this product or this method just doesn't work for me. Can we just not do that the next time?" You're advocating for yourself, and then they're clear on your expectations too, right? So just be sure. Yeah, somebody said, Sabrina said, like, when they say their stylist combined your locks and they didn't know. So how you get home and your locks are combined. Okay, Tawana, bye, y'all. Bye. Tawana said log off. Coming back.